Bowser, leave it. It's the same thing, just a different pile. Hey, leave it. Bowser, leave it. Leave it. Oh, I'll make you get out, okay? You can't stay in here if you're going to eat chicken food. No, you can't stay in here if you're going to eat chicken food. It makes your belly very upset. Yes, it does. And I know you don't understand that, but I do, so stay out of it, okay? And if you're not going to, then I'll have to put you just in the backyard, okay? Scooch it, scooch it, scooch it, you. Trixie, you stay out of it too, young lady. That is not for you. Oh, good jump, Trix. Good jump. What you do? You need a good brushing. Since I've been gone, it's been 10 days since you got a brushing. Bowser, do you have to bark at everything? Breeze. You stay out of there too. It says there's 14 people watching. One thumbs up. What's everybody doing? Hey, Whitey, what you doing, big guy? You trying to sleep? Go to bed. You got insomnia now and you can't sleep good? Oh, thank you. I was just going to say sorry it's not calm right now because people were driving by on the highway. Thank you. I try to have a nice yard. The chickens and the ducks are very relaxing to watch. The very first white chicken right there. She will be 8 years old this fall, which is coming up quickly. I came outside to hang out with my chickens, so I thought I would go live. I like to just watch them. Can you get down, chicks? It is calmer, but I work really hard to have it. And it takes a lot of work to maintain it. But all of that work is a labor of love because it's definitely a good life. Hi, Cindy. And off she goes. They're two peas in a pod. She has no idea that she's only 6 pounds. Do your tricks. They have no idea. Hi, Helene. How are you? Hurry, hurry. Are you serious? You feel like that about it? There's a hummingbird over there. Let's see. It's down there. Now I don't know where he went. Hi, Uncle Bob. How are you? It's gonna be okay. We're barking, you guys. Yes, I feel much better. Much better. I had a lot of fun, but it was very chaotic and busy. They're happy. When I got home, that one she sang, she was crying. I know. I missed them really bad. They're so much a part of me that, I miss just their presence. It's strange to do things and they weren't there. But they were well taken care of while I was gone. Bowser, get out of that chicken feed. Leave it. You can't resist it. Thank you, though, for leaving it. We've come a long, long way on that issue. Yes, we have. Good boy. Oh, yeah. Good boy. Yeah, they're very spoiled. Oh, Breeze, you all right? They're very spoiled. If you're going to have them, you need to spoil them. Or at least provide a really good life for them. You see, oh, you can walk right in the way, bud. That white chicken that the camera's facing, that's Stella. Stella will be like 8 years old this fall, and I've noticed probably about the beginning of July, she's like that a lot. She lays down a lot, and she's always the last one out of the coop in the morning. She's really slowing down. She came from Brenda's. I thought about that the other day. I saw her. It was yesterday, as a matter of fact. I looked at her. I saw her laying down like that. And I thought, I don't think she'll make it this winter. I really don't. I believe it's a privilege to have one live that long, though. I mean, really, I do. That's a privilege to have one live that long. It is. I want to show you the turkeys. I'm wondering if maybe you can tell what they are yet. All right, I'm getting up. They're over here somewhere. I've done some swapping with Stephanie. She's going to take a Drake. He's back in the corner. She's going to take a Drake, and she's going to give me a hen out of her last hatch. All right. There's one of the turkeys. I think so too, and that's exactly what Stephanie, she was like, I need some new blood. I said, hey, I got some. Okay, there's some of them too. Oh, there's all three of them. The one in the back is the one that I thought was the male. Yeah, one just jumped down. But that's the one that I thought was a male. One that jumped down? Okay. Tell me that one. The white one. What do you think? I think it's a lady. Its tail is more this one. This one's a hen? That's what I thought. What about that one? Be calm, Bowser, okay? Oh, 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 oh. Are you still there? Or did it go bleep? This one. It grew a lot while I was gone. Hey, Bowser, get out of the coop. Boundaries. You think those two are males? I think that big one's a male too. Just, it carries its tail more like that instead of kind of rounded. And its legs are thick. Now, I'm looking for the other one. Hey, what are you doing in there? You get out the coop. The big one looks the most male. I would have to agree. What? You can't have any eggs out of here. Well, yeah, you can. If you want to steal one, go ahead. I'll turn my back. That one right there has a lot of head feathers. And see, look at its tail. It seems more, the feathers seem more rounded to me. And its legs aren't as thick. But that is the one that I think I was hoping was the male. At this point, I don't really care. I'd love to get 3 females and 1 tom. That'd be nice. But I doubt that. Okay. I'm on the hunt for the other one. Oh, there it is. This was the littlest one. I think it's really, really lightened up a lot. Boy. See, its tail feathers are different. Sorry, this is the one. I think it's a girl. Oh. It's... The tail feathers, again, are a little more rounded. I've got that really zoomed in. Let's... That one. And the other 3 really stick together. And if that one goes off by itself, I don't think they chirp as much as if... Hey! Oh, I got you. You just be gentle about it, okay, Bowser? He stole an egg, and they want his egg, and he gets kind of... Here, go on now. Go on, ladies. Okay. If the more red bourbon one wanders off, which it does, a little bit more, the other 2 smaller ones really call for it. That guy's by himself a lot. And he's pretty quiet. Did you take another one? Okay. We're gonna shut that. One egg is enough, bud. Did I luck out and get 3 hens and 1 male? I mean, that's actually what I thought I would get because I watched, before I went and purchased them, I watched some things on YouTube about possible ways to sex a chick. And it was by their legs. If the hens, I think if they tucked their legs up, it was a girl. And if they left their legs kind of dangling, it was a male. Now, I don't know if that's accurate because I thought that one was a hen, which I think that one's really, really pretty. It's lightened up quite a bit. She stays with the chickens. Since I've been home, I've noticed that they all really stay together. And ducks and turkeys, everybody's roosting in there. That's the one that I thought would be the male. But see, its legs are thin. And the tail just seems like it matches those other 3. Bowser, get out of that chicken feed. Leave it. And I have no idea if I'm right. It's just an observation. Let's see. There's that other one. Yeah, I think it's awful early. I just want to enjoy watching them. And the guessing game, I like doing it with chicks too. You're a boy, you're a girl. Hi, beautiful. Look at that. Hi, beautiful. Oh, yeah. You happy? Oh, yeah, girl. I don't blame you. Life is good, huh? Life is good. No, that I have not noticed. Well, they're not very old. And I am enjoying watching them. They're changing. Like this one here was just solid red, and they're starting to be, I would call them like freckles, dots and stuff in the feathering. I think that's interesting. I like to watch them change like that. I know. That's a sweet, sweet girl. Don't know if I can. You're a very pretty bird. Oh, thank you. That was perfect timing. You hear them? Just listen. Hen. The back one is a hen. Oh, now you're going to be quiet? You're going to quit babbling? Where's that one Stephanie's going to take? It's ended up being a really pretty. That's how people sex their ducks, is by the noises that they make. See, that's a hen. I know for sure that's a hen by her noises. But here's the one Steph's going to take. He ended up being really pretty. She's going to take some of those chickens, and then Joe's going to give her a couple chickens too. Unfortunately, she's had a raccoon, and probably what they suspect is a mama and babies coming. And they've reinforced, they've done some work and reinforced things and stuff. And they caught one, but Luke doesn't think that's the only one around. Just got to pay attention and try to keep it out. I think that's the hardest part of doing this, is predators. I used to think that I would not have an aerial predator because of all of the trees. And last year I had a hawk come and take one of my Polish birds. You have skunks. Oh. And they're just no fun to have to deal with at all. They just double the inconvenience. I'm sorry that you got skunks. They haven't sprayed it all? Have in live traps when you've gone to get them? Is that what you mean? Or just like around the area? Earlier in the year, I don't know if you'll remember, I was setting up what I call a chicken tractor, where I can, put mamas that are raising babies or a sick bird in there. Brenda had those at her house. And her husband, I don't remember how, but went out in the middle of the night and there was a skunk that was inside that cage that had killed a whole bunch of her baby birds. It didn't smell and it didn't spray. I want to say, fortunately, I've never had to deal with just other people. Brenda's husband, it was inside that cage. He went and got his gun and shot it. Oh, am I allowed to say that? Anyway, I won't make a big deal about it. Just move on. You threw a cooler over it? Then what did you do? Hello. Hi, Julie. How are you? Julie, I saw that you put out some videos while I was on vacation. I will start catching up tonight. I finally got rested and got everything settled at work and got back on track. But while I was on vacation, I'm not being rude, but I just ignored everything. I had fun with my family and went on a really good adventure up in the mountains. It was a lot of fun. Hi, Alex. How are you? I was trying to get into your garage. Yuck. Spray your cars and tools and yuck. Did it run though? Yeah, I went to the Rockies. I went to Glenwood Hot Springs. It was really nice up there. They had a great big pool that was perfect temperature. It wasn't hot, it wasn't cold. And then they had other pools. They were all different temperatures and they had different minerals in them. They had things for the kids to do. They had food there. The food was terrible, and the service for the food was terrible. They would not allow you to bring in a cooler for it. But it was really a good day. We stayed in an Airbnb. We were there for 1 night and 2 days. It just walked away. Huh. That's really strange, Uncle Bob. But you're very fortunate. I mean, you're just very fortunate that it just decided, hey, I don't see this guy. I don't have to burn my energy. Huh. Yeah, Alex, I went way up in the Rockies. My family lives in Denver. I love my family, but I'm going to put this down. I'm just shaking it. I love my family, but I don't like Denver at all. It's really changed. When I was a kid, there was cattle ranches and horse ranches, and it was just really different. It's really a shame what's happened to that beautiful city. I've wondered the same thing, Alex. What in the world is a Airbnb versus a bed and breakfast? I think a bed and breakfast is uh, more like a small hotel. You know, you rent a room in somebody's house where they cook for you. In the Airbnb, you get the whole house. Thread annihilated. Thank you. I don't know. Can anyone explain it? Bowser. Bowser, come here. Get your brain unstuck from it. Come here. I want to show you guys something that made me really, really happy when I came home. 3 years ago, I went to the swap meet and I bought that Phlox and I bought Bee Balm from a lady. And the Phlox has always come up and it smells incredible. But the Bee Balm never did anything. And it came back from Colorado and look. Air means no breakfast. Three years later, yeah. I know, and you know what was out here earlier? A hummingbird. It seems to like dry ground. Huh. Was really happy to see it come up though. The native bee balm, the flowers are smaller and it's purple. And it's all over in the ditches and stuff. I was really happy to see that. So the hummingbirds like those, and of course they come to my petunias, but this is what they really like. It's this guy right there. They love this clamone. It's gotten so big. You don't like the fragrance of it? It kind of smells like oregano, huh? This makes me happy. It's gotten so big. It's a clamone. And they're really easy to grow. Um, an old lady told me this year in the greenhouse that they will come back around here. So I'm going to save I don't know what that is. I'm going to save a whole bunch of the seeds, but then I'm going to see if it'll naturally spread them and just see if they'll grow over there. Because the butterflies sure like that and the hummingbirds like it. Yep. That's why I started planting stuff like that, was to bring the hummingbirds and the butterflies and whatever else would come and feed off of it. You need to learn not to unalive flowers. They're important. They really are. And I will tell you the biggest lesson I've learned working at the greenhouse. I cannot drive by a beautiful garden, especially like a perennial garden or something. I can no longer drive by that and say, look at her beautiful garden. I have to say, look at the beautiful garden, because I learned that just as many men are interested in growing flowers. And I learned that lesson from an old guy. I knew that men like to grow vegetables, or I don't know if I just knew that they grew vegetables. I thought that was neat. Oh, um, you know what? Let me ask Stephanie, because I'm not really sure. I know that you're gonna want to use the tender leaves, the youngest leaves, but I'm not sure if you want the plant to be more than a year old. Come on, guys. See? He's off. Oh, oh, there. It's off by itself. Here, bud. You wanna go out? And then see, they're all together. I'm gonna show you Moo. Where's that baby? Oh, look. Look at that. That is so sweet. I mean, and to me, that tail he carries, that tail a little different. Wormwood? I got a question about feed. Since I have all of these different... He's after the squirrel up there. It cracks me up. Since I have all of these different critters now, do I necessarily need to buy like pellets, an all flock pellet, or could I buy like a crumble layer feed and wild bird seed? Look at Nala. What does wormwood look like? Is it more of a bush, or is it, more like a ferny plant, like that stuff? Can you explain it, Alex? Oh, wait. Did we wake you up, honey? I'm sorry. Like a bushy tumbleweed. Huh. Does it have small, paler, like green leaves on it that would be, I want to say, have like a silvery tinge to them? Alex, what else would it be good for besides chickens to munch on? And what makes it beneficial to the chickens? Okay, Trixie, that's good. Thank you. I think I know what it is then. It's a natural dewormer, huh? Does it need to be fresh or do you dry it? You could use it to keep deer away, huh? That's very interesting. Wait a minute, Bowser. Let me listen to that. Be quiet. One of my birds that's always on the other side of the fence, I haven't seen her since I came back. Shh, Bowser. But I just heard a chicken over here. And that's what I thought. Oh no, she's gone off and gone birdie somewhere. Shh. Hey, Bowser, be very, very quiet. So she is over there. I'll have to go look for her. You're hunting chickens too? Yeah, it's not always fun. I have a feeling I might have to clip the turkey's wings. Huh, Alex, that's really interesting. So it's a natural pain reliever. You want to see what I did today, Julie? I had two that were just persistent before I went on vacation. And I told Will, I said, just pick the eggs up under them. I said, don't let them, don't let them set. I said, I don't want any hatchlings. And today I got kind of frustrated because they won't come out and eat and stuff. So I put them in jail. Took them off their nests and put them in jail. It works for a lot of things. Uncle Bob, are you ordering it off of Temu? Huh. Alex, when someone was to make a salve out of that, would you want to use more of the dusty particles or would you want to use more of the leaf particles? And then here, Uncle Bob, this one I got off of Amazon. And I paid a lot more for it than Brenda did this other one. And see, this is happening to the one I got off Amazon. I know, ladies, but you won't always be in there. And see, this is the corners of this one. And then this one, Brenda ordered it off of Temu. And I think it's better. It has started to rust, but given my climate, I think things like that are inevitable. But see, the base of this one, it has that on it, which I think makes it more stable. I like this one better. I think the tarp, the sunshade that was with that one ripped a long time ago, but this one hasn't. I think, well, it has over there, sorry. But I liked this sunshade better. Hi, Colleen, how are you? So I think this one's a better cage. Gotcha, Alex. I will talk to my friend Stephanie about that because I've heard her mention wormwood and she makes a lot of salves and things like that. So I'll talk with her about it, and because it grows everywhere around here. Colleen, I'm doing really good. I just got back from vacation late Monday night. So I recuperated for a couple of days. I take this off in the winter time, and I wrap these in plastic. Now, scrolling around on Temu, I have seen that they have clear plastic tarps. And I'm kind of interested in those. I don't like the fact that at the end of every season, I throw away all that plastic. If you would kindly look at those tarps and let me know if you think it might be a good product to buy. And the reason I don't leave these on there is because in the wintertime, when I cover these in plastic, I want this to get as much sunlight as they can get to warm up. Now, when Brenda had this, she left this sunshade on there. Greenhouse tarps might be better. Bruce, do you want to come in, honey? Come on in. Come on, girls. Oh, are we going out? Okay. Oh, you want to come in? Make up your mind. I'm going to lock the gate, Bowser, because I don't want the goats out. Homemade duck canvases? Like, you mean like for a duck blind? And there's something else, Uncle Bob, or anybody else that might want to talk about it. This right here, I'm having issues with where my rabbits are. And I know if I walk over there, it will disconnect. But I'm having issues. And one of the biggest issues, that pen right there, when the snow melts or it rains, I have problems with drainage there. I am going to move my rabbits. Uncle Bob, I was thinking about buying one of those to put my rabbits in. Well, one for the does and one for the buck. I want to move them over here. I know I will have to do a much better job with what I put down on the ground. I feel like I should probably put 14 gauge. I think that's what, yeah, 14 gauge wire down on the ground. And then probably put chicken wire on top of that. But they need to be moved, and I need to come up with a much better solution for what goes down on the ground. What I did, I expected to last a little bit longer. And it's holding up just fine, except for where the rabbits urinate and spread their scent the most. That's what I want to do, Alex. I want to move them over here. And see, when I built that over there, what I highly took into consideration was more about what they were going to need for the winter. So I put them in an area where they'd get lots of sunlight for the winter. The rabbits, their endurance is incredible. But in the summertime, they can't handle that. I'm going to move them up here. I think I could put the, I think I could put the does. I think I could put one over here. And I can put one back here for the buck. Well, the problem with that is my ground is rock. So, I mean, wherever I dig, wherever I go, I don't get a lot of dirt. I get all of this. I'm highly considering buying one of those to try for my rabbits. So guys, give me some advice if you think it might work with, this is the type of fencing I think I should use on the bottom and to, just to secure everything. But I think this. Thank you, Julie. Because I don't want to waste my money. I want to invest it wisely. And with the price of wood, this is much cheaper. And with the rabbits, I think they would get good airflow through there. That's where I'm having some issues on, you know, will it work? Stephanie and I were talking about this yesterday. She feels it's a great idea. And she told me, she said, Mila, you could put wheels on it too, where you could move that around pretty easy. So, don't know. I think it could possibly be a good idea. With the way that this one has those little legs, it sits up higher off the ground. I think I could wrap the 14 gauge wire and then, well, actually, I think I would probably put the chicken wire first and then I would wrap it with that, with the other wire. Do you think I could just, let me get my old self up. What I have in mind is I could just take, this is all mulch from the chickens. Do you think I could just take some of this ground? See, there he is all by himself again. You know, can I just take some of this and fill that with it? And come fall, you know, put down leaves. I don't think I would spread hay in there. I think hay stays too wet in the wintertime. But I would spread it really thick with leaves. That was my idea. I'm not sure. Stephanie has a little chicken tractor that they lift up. You put wheels on one side of it and the brackets to pick it up on the other, and you lift it up. And you can get it high enough to where you can move it away from the debris and stuff on the ground. And then you can just set it back down. I've never, you know, nothing that big before. Oh, now see, I want to just put them there. I would have one with wheels on it like that. I would put that in my garden like Stephanie does for her grow outs, and she moves that every day, and they mow her grass in her garden for her. I wouldn't do it with my, you know, my does. I could put the wheels on there so if I needed to move it, I could. But I'm sorry, I should have clarified for the grow outs to cut down on food costs. What do you think? You think those cages are a good idea? They have 3 different sizes, and I honestly think the smallest size is adequate. It is exactly what y'all talked about. It's I think it's a good idea. Hi, sweet breeze. I promise I won't go away like that for a long, long time again. Okay? I know. And this is right here is such a nice area. I think my rabbits would be a lot happier in the wintertime. Wintertime, sorry, summertime. For the price that the one I'm looking at, it's like $85. I can't buy the lumber that I feel I might need. I've got a lot of scrap stuff, but I'll be honest, I don't always want it to look like a junkyard. And I have a really hard time building things, and I think it would look nice and neat, and it would be safe housing for them. There's 3 different sizes that I could get. And the thing is in this space here, I don't feel I have the space for the longest one. With the width that they are too. I thought about that, but like I just said, that space right there is not very big. So I don't know if I could. I'd have to do some measurements. But with the way the trees are, I just don't think I can get one that big in there. And the area that I'm sitting in now is a good shaded area, but I have to walk through here too much. And over in the other corner of the yard, that's where I'm going to put the ducks. Over there. I'm going to put the ducks. I'll get up. I'm going to put the ducks over on this side. And that post right there, I am going to build a fence around here so I can divide the ducks off so they're not ruining everybody's water all the time. I'm gonna put their house like down in there. You want me back over where I want the rabbits? I'll just stand here for a second. I think that's what you want, is me back over by the rabbits. Oh, this street? Very much so. Right there. I worry about it. It won't fall on the house, but it'll definitely fall on my chicken coop, I think. It is, isn't it? It. Yeah, I think it needs to be watched in the wind too. I do think it'll take out my chicken coop. I hope it doesn't spin and hit the house. You know what I think? I think it needs to be cut down. Some of these trees, they need to be tended to. A lot of the branches and stuff need to be cut on them. Ladies, I'm sorry, but you're not going to sit on nests all summer. It's not good for you. I don't know if they will. I could call and ask. The local phone companies, they're putting in new Wi-Fi or new lines into the house and stuff. I don't use my local phone company because the price was really outrageous compared to Spectrum. But now they're going to drop their price and stuff. I'll have to really check it out to see. I did let them run the line to the house though, because it's free now. If I changed my mind later, I would have to pay for them to run the line. There's those 3 turkeys together. It's such a pretty tree though. In the fall especially. Is Wells working? I've got his, he sent me that picture. I haven't opened it yet. I was wondering if he was doing. Hi, Swixy. I did that today over at Joe's. I went and picked, I probably got half a gallon of blueberries or so. And there were still a lot on the bush that are going to mature. Vacation was hustle, hustle, move, move, move. It's nice to be home. I told my dad, I said, Dad, I'm busy all day long, every day. It's just a very different kind of busy. I don't think I've ever had a huckleberry. What does it taste like? I know if I ever have had them, I don't remember. And that would be a shame. Oh, they taste like a blueberry? I think I'm going to make a blueberry cake tonight and freeze the rest of those. That white and black, it's very pretty. Childhood trauma. Joe's bushes were loaded with blueberries. Stephanie said she went there and picked about a gallon of them. And yesterday when we took our walk, he told me I could come and pick some, and he said there's not very many left. You won't get many. There's quite a few there. I picked until I felt like I was being selfish, and I decided it was time to stop. You had to pick gallons so you could earn school clothes. I'm sorry. But if you look back on it, was it, well, it probably was that bad. That was probably a lot of work. Oh, it was fun. You camped for 2 weeks? That's pretty cool. The season goes by quick, doesn't it? Did they weigh them and then y'all got paid for it? Seems like somewhere I heard wild blueberries that the land has to burn in order for them to produce. I swear I heard that. I could be very, very wrong though. All right, Julie, chat with you in a few. And I will watch your stuff. Your mom sold directly to restaurants? That's cool. Can you still do stuff like that? You have to have permits now. Things have really, really changed. They took pictures of my retinas at the airport. I had to buy a real ID. And don't travel with cash anymore. That's not gonna get you anywhere. Things have really changed. I didn't know either. On your driver's license, you have to have a star or an American flag for travel. And what I had to do is I had cash, so I had to convert my cash into a prepaid debit card. And this is all at the airport. And I had to go to another machine And that computer, I put information into it, and it emailed me a receipt for a real ID. And it cost me $45 for 10 days. So I have to go have that star or a flag, whichever one my state uses. I have to have that put on my driver's license. I understand the need for security, but I felt like that was kind of a way just to get money, because when I got the real ID issued at the airport, I did not have to show that computer my driver's license. But I did have to show my driver's license to the person that was going to let me through to security. And when I went to the person to check me through security, I had to show them that emailed receipt. It was very frustrating and time consuming. And I remember years ago that they talked about making us all have real IDs, but that was years ago. I had forgotten, and I didn't know that it was something that they had strictly enforced at this point. Frustrating. And to take pictures of my retinas, and I just felt like I was loading onto a spaceship. It was really strange. I traveled 3 years ago when I didn't have to have all of that stuff. Yeah, I need to too. My driver's license is up this year, and I will make sure that I have that stamp, or that, whatever it is I have to have, because airplane travel really isn't that expensive. There's no way I could have driven to Colorado for the price that the airplane tickets were. So, and plus it's just less time. Still frustrating. In Colorado, up in the mountains, they have a third or a fourth lane, and it has a yellow line on it. It's the toll lane. We don't have those here in Wisconsin. Minnesota doesn't have them. Michigan, to my knowledge, does not have them. The parts of Michigan I go to don't have them. But this toll road is something that, as a resident of the state, you can buy a pass for it for a yearly fee. But if you don't have a pass for it, if you're driving and per se your car goes over the line, they have cameras that will take pictures of your tags, and they will send you a ticket in the mail. My dad was explaining that to me, and I was like, is that why you're driving in the middle lane? He said, damn Skippy. I found that to be appalling. Strange, isn't it? And every state is different. And the people in those toll lanes, traffic would be backed up and those lanes would be open. I stopped talking because the traffic going by. Trixie, be quiet, honey. I didn't ask my dad, but I wonder if you're driving through, if you can buy, buy a pass for him. I see you, cutie, but stay down, Trix. Please, stay down. Stay down. Went to the Colorado River. My brother and one of my nephews and two of my nieces were fly fishing. My brother caught a big trout. But it was really fun to play in the river there. Really a nice spot. They had a nice swimming hole and it was a shallower part, some small rapids and stuff there. It's really nice. I brought almost everybody a river rock home. I could have stayed there. It's really nice. My brother really likes it. And he looked very peaceful out there. He really looked like he was in his element and enjoying himself. And it was nice to see his daughter right there beside him. And then my sister's little boy was out there too. I wished I knew the name of that park. Nobody even knew the name of that park. My brother found it. He had to drop his wife off at the library so she could do a work call. And he got lost and he found that little park and he remembered where it was at so we could go back. Hello. Yeah, those are the best places, the ones that you just find. It's really a nice little park. I told my mom, I said, Mom, we need to have your camper and we need to just stay up here. So this is really nice right here. She said, I'm going to remember this. She said, we need to bring the camper up here. At Julie. I'm starting to get hungry. I am going to try something I've never had before. I have a lot of banana peppers. So I was browsing Google. I am going to make kind of like stuffed peppers, but I'm going to do banana peppers. It's going to have Italian sausage in it, onions, ricotta cheese with cream cheese, and then bake it in the oven and then throw like some Parmesan on it and cook it some more till that's melted and kind of brown it. Doesn't that sound good? I didn't just want to freeze them all or try to pickle them. How's everybody's garden doing? I think it would be good. This was an Italian like recipe that I looked at. I even think it would be good if you did it like Mexican, like chili rellenos. I think that would be good too. Julie, I don't think you were here. I planted bee balm like 3 years ago, and I gave up on it. I didn't think it was ever going to come up. Came back from vacation, it was blooming. And I mean, I didn't even see the leaves on it before I went on vacation. There's my bee balm. I was very, very happy to see that. Hi, Bruce. Sweet girl. You had one monarch come and lay eggs? Oh, that's awesome. There were a lot up at Joe's. And when I came back from vacation, the farmer has cut that field down. I was very sad about that. So I don't know what happened. I do know that a lot of the milkweed on the paths that are up, closer to Joe's house and stuff, where there were eggs, those are doing. I think Joe said they were fine. I didn't look at them since I've come back. I'm assuming by now that they should have hatched. Are you talking about the bee balm being good spreaders? Or were you talking about the milkweed being good spreaders? Sorry, that when the traffic's really loud, I just kind of get quiet. I don't want to holler. Is it good? I bought it from a lady at the swap meet a few years ago, and it never did anything. And I was sad about it. I was really excited to see that come up. This area over here, I'm going to really concentrate on trying to put flowers to attract all the butterflies and the hummingbirds. And there's one small spot in my garden that I would like to do more of a pollinator type garden in there. You'll get better. It's trial and error. And I have a tendency to stick with the ones that I know I can grow and do well with. There's just certain ones I'm not very good with. Dahlias, I'm not very good with them. They just kind of exist. Like houseplants, if it's a palm tree or something of that nature, I can't grow those. I will kill them in 2 weeks. They do. They do skyrocket. Okay, hold on. All right, Julie, get your glasses. Gotcha, girl, though. I understand. Bob, this soil right here, see how dry and yucky and hard it looks like a concrete slab? That's what all of this looked like. And I put my chickens up here. And I started putting all my bedding, all my waste. I'm more careful with my waste now. I don't throw like my tomato plants out here. I didn't know that when I first started and I killed some birds. But look at this. That's what I got now. And that's all through here. And this is 4 years of them being up here. And I was able to use soil from here this year. I didn't have to buy it from across the street. I just came out here and dug soil up for my pots. I've been amazed at the work that they do. And I purposely keep this area, like, I don't let them scratch and stuff around here. And they do, but I keep all the compostable stuff. I throw that all back there. And that soil makes me smile because that's nice. And it really has. It's amazed me how fast they created that. Do you want to come in here, Bowser? Okay. Do you want to come with me? Come here. You want to come here? I think their pile beds work great. Their mound system, I think that works great. And I mean, it's all free material, which is another, just makes it that much better. Hi, baby boy. Hmm. When I go over to Joe's tomorrow, I want to do an update on his garden. I was there today, like I said earlier, picking blueberries. And his garden looks fantastic. Bowser, leave it. Thank you very much, sir. And see, with gardening, I don't think anybody's wrong. Everybody has such different ideas, and I don't think anybody's wrong. You found your glasses, cold beans. It should be just fine, Uncle Bob. Building those mounds. I mean, I'm sure you could even level them off if you wanted to. I think Bowser's getting ready to go. Well, maybe not. Maybe he doesn't see it. There's a squirrel in the tree. They do here. I'm allowed to take 4 tires a year. The only thing I'm not allowed to throw away is like appliances and TVs, electronics. I'm not allowed to throw that kind of stuff away. But they'll take metal fencing, all kinds of stuff like that. See, this little brown one's always with these couple little hens here, a lot. Do you think it might be 2 months before I know the sex of the turkeys? Oh, you want to see if people have got that stuff there. I knew it. He saw the squirrel. I hope you score some. They work really good. And they'll last forever. I got those from Joe. I have, Joe used to deal in junk. So I have no idea where he scored all those wonderful planters that were different ages, and I'm sure they were just a week or so apart, but that can make a big difference in their growth. I don't know if I told you or not, but a lady that I work with at the mini golf, she has turkeys, and hers are meat turkeys. I believe she said the one was like 5 or 6 years old. So that's good. She said you could tell she was old because her feathers were frazzled and she was a little slower. Hi, Whitey. I don't have any snacks. I gave them to you earlier, bud. Who are you? How much is it a dramatic difference in the size? Because I think the wild turkeys are good sized birds. Oh, poison ivy on your foot. The best thing I think for poison ivy is betadine. And do not wrap your foot. Do not cover it. Let that betadine dry it up. Yeah, betadine. Poison ivy and poison oak doesn't bother me either. It really bothers Stephanie. And Julie, just don't wrap it. It definitely needs to dry out. Oh no, that's sad. She's that bad, that allergic to it. My mom has terrible allergies. I am so grateful that I did not inherit that from her. All different types of allergies. She's got food allergies, she's got seasonal allergies. Does anyone have any recommendations on how long I should keep those chickens in jail to try to break their broodiness? I can't have them sitting on nests like that. It's okay, Julie. Don't worry about it. All kinds of things like that have changed. Bees and wasps never bothered me before, Julie, but they do now. They really do. Lots of things have changed. They definitely do not prepare us women for that. So, Uncle Bob, if you get a chance to look at Temu anytime in the next week or so, look at those chicken coops and see if the smallest one that they offer, if you feel like that would be adequate. At least for the buck. I know you guys were talking about doing it too, so I think I feel more confident about it now. My goal is just to, make sure that they're provided for in a really good manner. And what I've got going on there on that side for my does, that's just not working out. And also I have the issue with the chicken wire I put on the ground is disintegrating. I feel like that's always going to be an issue though, that's going to be something that has to be maintained on a regular, probably every couple of year basis. When Stephanie was here yesterday, we were talking about their setup, and she was explaining some of the mistakes that she's made on hers, and she said this fall she's got to put some work into that. And their rabbits don't have nearly as much room as mine do to move around, and I feel like their rabbits are just as happy as mine are. So I don't think I'll feel guilty about taking away their space. And I'm not sure if maybe that's just, I don't know. I thought this space was very necessary, but now that I've been tending to the rabbits and doing the project, this is the third year, I feel like the size of their pens can definitely be smaller. But when I first started, I didn't feel that way. And also I had another idea. Stall mats. Do you know what I'm talking about? Those black, thick rubber stall mats? If that would be something that could be put down on top of the wire, that would maybe help in some way. I thought maybe the stall mat might be good around like their living quarters. Aluminum chicken wire. I have no idea. Yeah, they might eat a stall mat, huh? I've seen people put them on concrete. That's why I thought of the stall mats. I'm not interested in putting a concrete slab down. Yeah, I think it is made out of the same stuff, and they do chew on the rubber bowls. What about bricks? I'm not putting you in there so you can sit on the nest. You're going to stay in jail. Was just trying to think of something that could have longevity and not constant maintenance. What would you cover them with, Alex? Like rocks or bricks? More and more, that's what he looks like outside. I've waited for him to calm down so he would be like that. After Moo was born, it was strange. I expected him to be more intense, and he calmed down. They have those stall mats in different sizes. I was looking at them at Tractor Supply. They had 3 different sizes of the stall mats. Oh yeah, he's still paying attention. But with my birds, he's calmed down so much. I used to get frustrated with him. And more he's just like that. That white bird? Me too, Alex. It's the end of the day. I'm going to cook some dinner here in a few minutes and call it a day. He did look comfortable to me. What should you be talking about, buddy? Thank you. Those that you're talking about, those are those amber links that I got. And to me, that's what they look like. But by now, they would have been full grown and ready to process. I think so. I think one of them's a rooster, but I'm not 100% sure. But I really think the tan one is a rooster. Those are the busiest little birds. They are excellent foragers. They have wore that Orpington out. No, the white ones I don't think are roosters. I think that the tan one is a rooster. But I'm questioning it because it's not carrying itself like it was. It's okay, Bowser. I got it. Threat eliminated. I'm going to divide those up between Joe and Stephanie. Stephanie wants 2, and Joe's going to take 3. Oh, do you want to go be with Trixie? All right, everybody. Thank you for coming and chatting. I'm going to go inside and I am going to cook some banana peppers with Italian seasonings and stuff. We'll see how that turns out. It sounds good to me. Everybody be good. Chat later. Goodbye.